What are you saying, everyone? Hope everyone is having a lovely day, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we got Inside the Largest Prison by Tommy G himself again. We all know Tommy G loves doing like interviews, stuff like that. So he's went for it looked like something completely different because I know most of these videos is about gangs. And then recently he spreaded his wings a little bit, went to Chris Hansen, went down that route. Now he's going to the largest prison in Texas. I don't think he's done any sort of videos about prisons or anything like that. So this is something new to him. So let's give it a watch. Max Security Prison. Let's go.
Welcome to the largest prison in Texas.
Okay.
Caulfield, man.
Caulfield's units.
Hello, fellas. How you guys doing today?
Oh, he's actually presenting
I'm the
in front
very
of
first
everyone.
person convicted for murder off of social media.
What?
You step up in an environment like this, it's like walking through an invisible landmine field. Gotta be careful how you walk.
Okay. Okay. I see that. I see that.
Me and my partners went to his side of town, and we ended up jumping on his partners. That was the birth of the beef.
So wait, hold on. So his partners went to his side of his town and then they jumped. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that makes
The
sense.
Caulfield Unit. It's a name that new arrivals to the prison fear. For decades, it's carried a reputation as a brutal and unpredictable place. Located in Tennessee Colony and home to over 4,000 men, it is the largest prison in Texas. Behind the barbed wire and within cell walls, tensions can run high. There's racial conflict, gang rivalries, power
Goddamn.
struggles, and stabbings. Offenders here have taken lives, done armed robberies, and the most violent crimes you can imagine. Folks,
Yeah, but what I've got to say is, what prison doesn't have that shit? Tell me one prison what don't have conflict, don't have stabbings, don't have fights, don't have any of that. Please.
this is a brutal place to be incarcerated. Like most prisons in Texas, it is without air conditioning, and here both inmates and staff suffer through
that's big, though.
temperatures that can reach over 110 degrees. Some say this is a violation of human rights, while others say it is a ruthless
that
reality
sounds
comes with
very
choosing
pig
to
right
do
there.
unspeakable crimes. But within the dark walls of this prison, light emerges, because also at work here are innovative programs that the Texas Department of Criminal Justice is piloting in an effort to rehabilitate these men so they can one day be well integrated back into society. The man that takes
Okay.
us into the Caulfield unit goes by Sambo. At one point, Sambo was a gang leader for one of the most powerful gangs in Texas. Of the 30 years he served in prison, 10 of them were in the Caulfield unit. He was once a man
Okay.
that had no regard for human life. But now, a changed man, he has dedicated his life to helping others break the cycle of violence and live a life built on purpose and positivity. Today, he
Hey, that's what I like to hear right there. Because look, most people when they go to prison, they don't mean to do the stuff they do, and they just want to do their time and just try to live their life. You get what I mean? Just get over the shit they done. Just try and make their life a bit better. Obviously, there's some people what do shit and then will continue to do the shit, and they're the ones obviously I feel like deserve to be punished a bit more. But in that sort of circumstance, you can't because everyone's equal. So I feel like the guards are punishing certain people, but they're punishing everyone at the same time. Even some what, like I said, like yeah, they might deserve it then, but at the same time, they're just trying to do their time quick and just try to get over their life. If you get what I mean. Yeah, man.
brings us into the Caulfield unit to show us what he and the men have been working on. Join us now where no camera has gone before. Life is a mission, an adventure, a journey, and to those bold enough to dream and take action, treasure awaits them. So for the renegades,
I dare you to let me build you a
So
completely free.
he like he just said right there as well. He don't. He's no one's filmed in this prison before, so that sounds pretty cool.
we left Dallas early this morning. We took a lonesome highway road to Tennessee
Okay.
Colony, Texas. We're going to be visiting the largest prison in Texas. The United States locks up more people than anywhere on earth by far. If you look at the numbers, we lock up about 1% of our entire population of our country, which is a wild statistic. There are people here that haven't seen light of day as a free man for 10, 15, 20 plus years. And I'm eager to learn their stories, hear their experiences, and see how they deal with the concept of living in a cage for a good portion of their life.
What does that
This,
sound,
folks,
that
will be
shirt?
unprecedented access to the Cofield unit in Tennessee County, Texas.
So let's hear the stories then. I want to see what I said on that shirt. It's an RIP something.
Go ahead.
Have a good day.
What's up, my brother?
How
Is
you
the
doing,
gang
brother?
leader? What is he
Good to
out
meet
of
you.
prison now then?
Y'all can park anywhere back here. We're just waiting on them because we gotta unload this stuff. All right,
Cool.
and get ready to come out.
Okay, okay. It's about to get X-rayed.
Okay, you need to leave your driver's licenses here. All right. And I need to sign in.
Are you familiar with this place?
So more sign-ins, more
This is the largest maximum security unit in Texas.
paperwork, it looks like.
Inmates on this farm.
Here we go.
Big high.
How are you? How you doing, brother?
Hey, God bless you. That's Tommy G. Oh, they actually know who he is.
You know about me? Yeah, I'm the one saying.
Yeah, the assembly where we're doing, man.
How are you today?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. Give the people the lay of the land. What's happening here?
Okay, so this is the chapel here on Cofield. These are some of my
Okay.
co-workers.
God bless you guys.
Let them introduce themselves.
Juan Ballesteros, man of peace. Also
Juan.
a gatekeeper here.
What's a gatekeeper?
Gatekeeper is we talk to the guys when they first come in the unit, and we help them kind of transition into the new area. And environment.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, we're kind of one of the first guys that they meet. So
And what is this unit known for?
well, back in the day, it was like rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Right. So it was really going down with gangs and all that.
To give you an idea
Okay,
of what
fair
we are
enough,
walking
fair
into,
enough.
let's give you some insights on the history of violence here at the Cofield unit. In September
Hey, here we go. This is the nitty gritty. See what's actually happened inside the prison.
2023, an inmate at Cofield unit stabbed a guard. After he was restrained, the inmate was severely beaten by guards and hospitalized.
God
13
damn.
guards resigned or were fired shortly after. For a prison facing staffing shortages, incidents like this put further pressure on the guards. Also
Yeah,
in
man.
September of 2023, Billy Chamirmir, killer of 22 women, died at the hands of his
The killer of 22 women. What? That sounds crazy right there.
cellmate. And if you read the accounts written by inmates on prisonwriters.com, you'll see countless stories of men being stabbed, strangled, and extorted. So knowing full
Oh
well the
dear.
violence that lurks
So
within these walls,
a lot
let
of death has
inmates
actually
find
happened
humanity
inside
within
these
men.
walls.
When I was there, it was a very violent, volatile environment. Violence
Okay.
is what set the standard. So I knew that my only method of progress would be to instill the most fear in as many people as possible.
Well,
I see
got a
that,
little
I see
life
that.
sentence, Right, I've been here 17 years. I was high on drugs, so drugs made me snatch a lady's purse, which gave me a life sentence. First time, second
A
time.
life
down,
sentence
first
from
time
just
DWI. 2
snatching
years
a
later,
lady's
they
purse?
shot me with a life sentence 5 years later. I wasn't arrested, but I was rescued. So for
Okay.
me, that is a blessing.
I'm locked up for possession with intent to deliver, and I've been locked up
Drugs,
for about to
I'm
be
guessing.
16 years.
Organized crime. that
Tend
with
to
murder, you know
deliver
what I'm
Class
saying?
A or Class
One of my
B?
partners we went to go meet up to fight off inside this little parking lot or whatever, and in the midst of the fight supposed to happen, people started shooting, you know what I'm saying? They charged me for being like a witness to the murder without saying something, you know.
I'm an ex-Mexican Mafia gang member. I spent almost 13 years with that family. I'm not proud to say, but I stabbed
Okay.
somebody 22 times.
Where were your
Oh
parents?
dear.
Well, my dad he had his own issues, and my mama was there. My mama got 7 kids. She had 7 kids by the time she was 28. So I can't fathom being a 28-year-old single parent with 7 kids.
It sounds impossible.
Yeah, man.
Yes, and then 6 boys. But I realized as a grown up, you know, that man, it was like borderline impossible for my mama to do that stuff on her own. You know what I'm saying?
I grew up with
Straight
my
up.
mama and my granny, really, you know what I'm saying, and my aunties and stuff like that. But my daddy, he was here and there. So growing up, man, my mama really, she was there, like, we was into like the church or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But as I got older, I started getting kind of tired of it. So, but my mama always told me to like do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Seeing for it's good and positive on me. But as I grew, I kind of got with the wrong crowd. And
Okay.
you know, I started seeing the money, the cars, the jewelry, you know, stuff like that, you know, typical neighborhood stuff. And things flourished into stuff that it wasn't supposed to be, which led me right here.
What message you have
Okay,
to
fair
youth
enough,
out
fair
there
enough.
that are doing very risky things and they're not here yet, but they're on that path?
You got to stop and think before you start doing, man. Cause
That's it. That's it, man. That's it. This guy's speaking the truth
this
right
is
here.
What's up? You know what I'm saying? And if I could have thought back before what I did as a youngster, I would have, I would have did something differently. You know what I'm saying? So the same hood or the same people you doing it for, when you get here, not gonna be here.
What happened in your childhood and your upbringing that led to you becoming a killer?
So there's some things, man, that I've talked to very few people about. I was molested as a child, and because of it, man, it made me be a very, very angry individual. And I found out some things about myself with that anger, man. I embraced that anger and I turned to it for everything. I wouldn't let nobody get close to me. Just pushed everybody away. That anger was just always there, and was quick to turn from anger to rage.
Is there any opportunities here for therapy or to talk through some of the things that you've seen in your life?
Well, I've talked to people who
I feel that, bro.
on the same
I feel
page
that.
as I am, man, changing and growing up in life. I've talked to them about these things. Some of them are shocked at, you know, the things that I talked to them about what's happened and, you know, where it led me.
Earlier in the day, we had spoken to a family that was on the way to see their son. Okay, fair enough. So they're getting the actual families. Here's
My name is Kenneth Young, and I am the director at East Texas Hospitality House here in Tennessee Colony.
Okay.
What we do is we provide lodging and meals and encouragement to families who are visiting somebody who's incarcerated in the Tennessee Colony area. We have a gathering room in there. We have games. We have puzzles. We have places to sit.
fair
We have
enough.
Beds with bunk beds. We've got.
Why you got
different
beds? Wait, hold on. That's why beds? I'm confused about that one.
bedding arrangements for the different sizes of families.
Sometimes they just need prayer and a hug, and to know that God's love is surrounding them, and they become
Okay.
part of our family.
Okay, fair enough.
They mean more to us than just someone off the street because they become part of our lives.
I'm here visiting my brother Charles Bree.
Okay, and where are you from?
So they actually what? So they can stay there the night? I'm guessing. Oh, so that makes sense because they're traveling from far. They can stay there. You know, I guess, and they feed them, or they can get their own food.
California.
That sounds pretty cool. You know.
He ended up all the way over here.
He got caught up.
He got caught up in some.
In Texas, it's crazy.
I don't feel the time he got was it didn't match the
It didn't match the crime.
a lot of people what they get for that crime. I feel that they railroaded him because of who the victim was and who the victim knew. The victim was related to the chief of police.
Fair
They didn't
enough.
really give him a chance.
Fair enough.
Murder, self-defense, and they gave him 50 years. They said he was guilty before they even
half
said he
a
was
life
guilty.
sentence.
They said he was guilty 3 days before they even put the real motion, like, okay, you're guilty. Like,
No, that
we are sacrificing, but it's a sacrifice that I don't
it's
mind.
worth it
It's
because they railroaded my son, and you know, like a crime was committed.
Yes.
But he was fighting for his life at the same time. Like, tell him that we love him.
Okay, fair enough.
Try to
Fair
keep-
enough.
I got you, baby.
Tell him keep his head up, and
You know,
just
W
inspire
family,
him.
bro. You know, I gotta say that one, man. W family. They're still there for the son. They're supporting everything like that. You know. W family, bro.
Today, Pepper is going to Candy Cat's birthday party.
And what role does religion play in y'all's life?
Religion played the biggest role in my life because if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for my relationship with Jesus,
Okay.
me and you
Okay.
would be talking right now.
You're going to hear religion mentioned a lot in this episode, so for reference, we're talking to a group of guys who are involved in the Christian ministries within the prison.
I used to be on the other side, now I'm on the best side. So our objective is to show them, remind them that, hey, brother, you might feel alone, but you're not alone. You might feel left out, but you're not left out. You might feel like nobody care about you. But we're here to show you that somebody do care about you.
Big thank you to the wardens and all the administration here. This is an unbelievable...
Wait, what does that say? Oh, mainstream media.
Learn. I'm honored to be here.
Wait, who's
around the country? If you can invite us in, we'd love to come talk to you, your men, your people as well. It's a blessing to be here.
Okay, fair enough.
I appreciate you.
Mainstream media. Rest in peace, mainstream media. I pray for these brothers. I pray.
Bro, who's mainstream media? I don't know what that is. I thought it was just a diss or a little dig at mainstream media or someone in that, or who works there maybe, or the actual company itself. But if it's dead now or something like that, RIP, man. Obviously I didn't mean to just laugh and everything like that.
Pray for their families, but I pray you show them grace and mercy in that, because your word tells us that if they visit the least of these, that they visit you.
We just prayed, and now we're moving on to the gym, because really the goal of this is to show
Amen, bro.
life
Amen
and
on that
story
prayer.
and situation and learn. I'm hoping we can do that in the gym, and maybe the warden feels a little better and we go other places too.
We had gone into this prison thinking that we would be allowed to film wherever we wanted, but the captain of the guards called a meeting and informed us that we were only permitted to film in the chapel and the gymnasium. It was disappointing news to hear, but I kept in mind what a crazy opportunity this was, so I was eager to head to the gymnasium away from the watchful eye of the guard captain.
Hey, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up let y'all brothers speak. Y'all can all say whatever, however, 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever y'all wanna give about yourselves, about what y'all do, you know what I mean, where y'all coming from. Then we're gonna have some of the peer influencers speak up a little bit.
Okay,
what they're
okay.
doing here on the unit, and then start doing a little bit other things that we got involved for.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Are we gonna get to eat the lunch here?
Yeah. Yes.
Like the actual lunch?
You want to eat that? No, you don't want to eat that.
I want to try it.
All right, we'll take you one. You want just the regular?
I'll do a food review, yeah. The crab and the ribeye, please, okay?
The crab and ribeye?
What's for dessert? Is there like a hot fudge sundae or something?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Cheesecake? Cheesecake. We got homemade cheesecake out of cookies.
What are your best recipes you got in here for making stuff?
I like to do a fish bowl. Summer sausages, jalapenos, pickles, the mackerel, original mackerel.
Okay, okay.
Mac, and I put a tuna. And some jalapeno
so that's
tuna.
when the fish come in later.
Bro, their face when he said I want to try their food, bro, they was like, you crazy, man. Okay, okay.
This is like a little thing for Glow that we do every Friday. And we're going to do a little bit of performing, front line, and we're going to do a little bit of rapping.
Okay.
To become a better individual, to become a better man.
And I fell into the street life. You know, I succumbed to the elements of the street. If I was gonna be a gangster, I was gonna be the hardest gangster there ever was. I was involved at the highest level of criminality. For a homicide I did not do, I took the blame because I didn't, snitch on nobody. I finally realized that I needed to use my influence in a positive and productive way. I renounced my membership in the gang and just started doing positive things on my cell block. And I'm out here in the free world doing the same thing that I was doing in there, but out here modeling it.
Okay.
I had no idea until about 10 minutes before I was going to be going up to give a speech in front of the inmates. Not only was I nervous, but I wanted to say something that actually mattered.
Bro, it's all just like it's like a church sort of style, isn't it? Like, everyone's got to have a speech and everything like that. No, speeches are good sometimes and everything, but I don't know. I don't see it here.
To these guys. Here's what I came up with.
Hello, fellas. How you guys doing today? So, my name is Tommy G. I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I'm here today to talk to you guys, get your stories, hear about your life, hear your perspective. But I want to tell you 2 stories that might give you hope right now. There was a time in my life about 4 years ago, I hated my job, I hated where I was in life, I wasn't happy.
Okay, okay.
Ideas that can change my life, and I just one by one started executing on them. One of them was
There
a
you go.
documentary film on a group in my hometown Milwaukee called the Kia Boys. I documented their life.
Okay.
The Kia Boys are a bunch of teenagers that will take your
Oh, so we just watched them. Like, the last video, we just literally watched about the Kia Boys. That was his first video. That's crazy.
That can pivot and change your life and shift you into the path that you want to go. Another thing I want to say, one of my best friends on earth, when he was in his 20s, he robbed 6, 7, 8 banks in California.
Oh, damn. What?
In California. He's been out for 20 years. He's a family man. He's a multi-millionaire.
Okay, okay.
And he's someone that I love a lot. Brothers, I'm excited to talk to you. I'm excited to interview you. Come up and say hi to me, and thank you for having me today.
There you go. There you go, Tommy.
That's something I never expected to do, but I'm glad
Hey, there you go, man. Look, the smile on his face as well. Look, you can see that he was proud.
even if it feels a little scary. If there's something you need to pull the trigger on in your life,
Hey.
what are you waiting for?
No, 100%, man. 100%. He's speaking the truth right there.
Whatever goals y'all making, bro, just don't give up, bro. I love y'all.
How many of us
Is
wanted to be
everyone
famous
having
when
that
we were
speech?
kids? Raise your hand. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would become famous for something I would regret later in life. I am
Okay,
the very first
okay.
person convicted for murder off of social media.
If you look up Tienda versus State, I'm the very first one convicted through the United States. People were taking
Okay.
Pictures of myself, but because I have gang-related tattoos, they were saying that I was staying in contact or recruiting gang members. And then somebody started talking to me negatively on social media.
So, all of the like you can use people's words, what they say on their videos and everything like that, all started with this guy. Is that what you're saying? That's mad. So this is the first guy who got slumped with that, and ever since then, everyone, if you say anything in a music video, they use it against you. Pictures, anything. Crazy.
I started talking negative back, and that led into incriminating myself.
It wasn't until a man came up to my cell one day and asked to pray for me. And you know what I did? The monster in me, I cussed this man out. F-bombs, the Lord names in vain. Come to find out, he was a unit chaplain.
Okay.
And as he's praying for me, I stop a mid-sentence to stop because he said that I would go back to population. I told him I'm in SEG. How am I going to go back to population? My God could do the impossible. Do you
Okay.
actually believe in your life God could do the impossible?
There you go. There you
Not
go.
only did God restore my family, my mom came to see me. And it wasn't until she came to Cofield and I finally got to hug my mother after 5 years.
Oh, bless, man. Bless.
She tells me like an angel,
Oh, man.
I'm
You
so
could
proud of you. God bless, and if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be taking the steps today. Thank you, gentlemen.
I hope you live your life well, man. That was. He meant that one. He felt that one, bro. Everyone felt that one. I hope he lives his life well.
My teeth were falling to pieces, and I needed a fresh start, and I needed to be able to smile. And
What normally happens Monday through Friday here?
Usually after Saturday, you go to church. That's probably about the only thing that we got to look forward to on the weekend. Church services, unless they have an event like this. That we
Okay.
Can, but most of the time, you got to get laid in. You got to know somebody that'll put you in. Monday through Friday, well, it all depends on what you're doing for yourself. Either you get involved in school, spiritual-based classes, or you can just get stuck on the wing and do nothing.
What do a
Straight
lot
up,
of guys
bro,
do here
straight
to
up.
pass time?
Me, I'm involved in spiritual faith classes. Right now, I'm involved in culinary arts class. So pretty much every day of the week, I'm involved with class.
So 2 questions that a lot of people in society are asking right now. Number 1 is, does prison rehabilitate people? And number 2 is it the job of prison to rehabilitate people?
Well,
Okay,
so
okay.
I just did 14 years down here. I stepped out for about a year and a half.
Okay.
You know, it boils down to what the person wants to do. You know, I know.
He's talking absolute the truth right there. But I feel like, because I know a couple of people now who, when I was a kid, went to prison, and then they come out when I was in like my teenage days, like 15s, 16s, and they pretty much missed so much of part of what was happening on the outside. They couldn't keep up with it, if you get what I mean. Like now they're up to date. Like, they didn't go back to prison, but there is some people where they spend so much time in prison, they don't know what's happening out of prison. Like for instance, like the drones, everything like that. So you can't keep up to date with what's going on. There's so much random shit, like the lingo, how everyone talks outside. So when he comes out, try saying something to someone, and it's just gonna turn into a fight or something like that, because it's just how the generation goes, if you get what I mean, how the generation spins. Every single day there's something new happening, there's a new language getting formed, or new lingo, something to say between everything. So you have to keep always up to date with what's being said between everyone and how to say it, or it's just going to cause problems, man. And I do feel that it does have an effect of when people spend too much time in prison and then come out. Because they think that, oh yeah, like back in my time we used to talk like this, and like, for instance, now like it's hardly, they don't talk like that anymore. So yeah.
Before I left, I wrote down a bunch of things that I didn't want to do, and I guess I still desired to do those things. I still wanted to use drugs. You know, thanks to God, I came back with an 8-year sentence, and then this time, you know, my whole perception of prison has changed.
I feel that. I feel that.
You know, you have a lot of opportunities, so I'm taking advantage of every opportunity down here.
Out there 8.5 years of solitary confinement.
8.5 years?
8.5 years.
Bro, that's crazy.
How did you survive that mentally?
Mentally, I read, I prayed, I worked out. I kept my mind focused. You know, don't get me wrong, I see people.
Oh, that is crazy though, bro.
Come out, get killed, get stabbed, you know, the whole 9 yards. But I seen it all, man. Himself, you name it.
When a prisoner is deemed too dangerous for the general population, they are sent to a place designed to isolate and contain, solitary confinement. Here, they are locked in a windowless cell, no larger than a parking space, for up to 23 hours a day. Their only reprieve each day is a brief hour for exercise alone in another cage. Days blur into weeks, weeks stretch into years, and some inmates endure this for decades. This raises an unsettling question. Does solitary confinement cross the line into inhumane punishment, or is this a necessary evil? What do you do with inmates who have relentlessly and brutally attacked fellow prisoners or guards? This is a question that we as a society are still figuring out.
Do you think that should be allowed to put a human in solitary confinement for 8 years?
No. I think that's
not 8 years, bro. Because, like, imagine it yourself. Do you think yourself right now could survive sitting in a cell for more than a week? No TV, no phone, just staring at 4 brick walls, doing nothing. You can work out, yeah, but there's only a certain amount you can work out, and then you're just gonna get tired. You can read, like he says, but again, you're gonna be reading the same book for every 8 years. For 8 years, or even a week. Like, you can finish a book in a week, yeah. It depends on how long you read it for, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that one?
I believe people deserve a chance. Now, if they're a threat to everybody, yeah, I mean, I can see what they're talking about, you know. But, I mean, they would have to be a real serial killer, like knock down.
That's a psychological aspect. I did 5.5 years in cell.
Yeah, 100%.
Not everybody's mentally strong. You know, people are chemically imbalanced. Not everybody can deal with the solitude back there.
Freestyle sessions. Okay. Okay. I can't even hear what he's really saying. They're feeling it though, bro. They're liking it, so that's all that matters. Hey, look, he's vibing to it, bro. What the hell?
Normally, is breakfast served earlier? You just didn't go?
Oh, yeah, it's too early for me. Breakfast is approximately about, I'd say, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Breakfast is at 3 or 4 in the morning?
And it's not very filling.
Okay,
Whether
okay.
it's due to the schedule, because it's such a large unit, I would believe on other units, they probably serve at different times. But on Coatfield, it used to be at 2 o'clock, believe it or not. So,
in the morning.
In the morning. So
And then you go back to sleep.
Believe it or not.
Back to sleep. And a lot of people have to get up
Yeah.
and go to school and things of that nature there. So people are in general used to get up around about 3 o'clock and starting our day then, and then we'll end up going to bed around about 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Bring them home.
Brother.
Bring them home.
Like,
Bring them. Bring them. Finish it. Bring them. Finish it.
go on, go on.
Bring them.
I feel that, I feel that. Push-ups, hey, they do everything, bro. Look, push-up competitions, everything. Mad. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? I do think that bald guy, bro. Look, he's doing it with pace. Look, Tommy G's slowed down. He stopped completely. Look, the bald guy is still going. He's looking around, seeing what everyone else is doing. Can't. Oh, he gave up as well. No. Oh dear.
How many push-ups you do a day?
Man, probably like 250, 300. That's just an exercise. But them right there,
I feel that.
that's something different.
What's the most you've done in a day?
Oh, probably like 1,000. Oh, 100 sit-ups, 200 squats, something to keep it going.
We just want to say, man, we both from the Arlington, Texas, man. So shout out to Agtown, Texas, man. You know what's crazy? Let me show you how good God is, man. We used to be enemies in the world.
man.
Right?
Yeah, fair enough.
We used to beef with each other. Like, for real.
Try to kill each other out there.
But now look at God. You know what I'm saying? Now we doing ministry together.
100%, bro. I feel that. I feel that.
Well, you know, so we both got two different reasons why the beef started, which is funny. So the beef started from my perspective is because one of my partners who is dead now, rest in peace.
R.I.P. man. R.I.P.
Right, he got jumped on his side of town. So then me and my partners went to his side of town, and we ended up jumping on his partners. And then to him, that was the birth of the beef.
When they jumped my people, they thought we jumped his people. I'm like, man, nah. So it really just, we clash and start.
That's all it could start over. Like something just as simple as that can start a massive war between two. You could call them families, groups, gangs, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, that's how people start dying. Just something that simple, man.
Each other for nothing, man.
How many people do you think died in this beef?
I know I had like 3 on my side.
Nobody from my side died, but I lost more homeboys to the system than I have to death.
And how far did each
I feel that.
away from each other?
Man, we went 10 minutes apart.
Yeah, we about 10 minutes.
What does it feel like now to have peace and love for each other?
I mean, it's good. I mean,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it make me think about all the life lost and years wasted.
Hey, there you
to
go.
conclude that we all right.
That's it, bro. That's it.
Nah, for real. That's what it is.
As a small
That
business
is it,
owner,
bro.
you're
That
juggling
is
the
it.
job of 5 people. Using Constant Contact,
You can literally just squash the beef just like that.
The only reason we're in here today is because of this man here, Sambo. Tell the people your story.
Well, I did 30 years in prison for
Sambo.
what I didn't do. But God put it in
Something
my
you
heart
didn't
to come
do.
back to prison after doing 30 flat years and to give a message of hope to the brothers on lock. Because it was the programs that TDCJ offered me that strengthened my character and gave me the tools that I needed to become an asset out there in the community.
Okay.
And no longer a liability.
Tell me about the
Okay, I feel that. I feel that.
TDCJ is offering.
At least he's trying to do something. He's trying to keep kids off the streets and everything like that. I feel that, man.
Field minister program.
I support his cause.
Faith-based dorm program. They offer the self-harm program. TDCJ has put these programs in place, but they're all volunteers.
100%.
So it's up to the offender to take advantage and to seize the opportunity and make the most of it, to acquire the tools that they need while they're incarcerated, so that way they can come out here to the free world and have the tools that they need
100%.
to reintegrate and re-enter back into society
100%.
in its proper context.
So today I
feel
as a
that.
father,
I feel that.
a husband, and a man of God. But
Mhm.
my example is one so that I can give inspiration and motivation to the brothers that are locked up. Tommy G opened the door. We got Peso with us and Payday and Joe. We made it happen today here on the Cofield unit.
Tell me about.
Bro, stop
your
doing
11 years
gang
in the
signs,
military,
man.
Greg.
Please.
It was a time of reflection and introspection.
I feel
I
that.
was there because the system couldn't control me because of my violent nature. But while I was in there, I had to sit back and realize that I had more value, more self-worth, that I was able to be more than just a TDCJ number, that I had the ability to give back, and that
Right,
I
he's
still
spitting
had
facts
value.
right now,
My
man.
comeback to the
He's spitting
prison,
facts.
Not just to
He's
support
making
these
so much
brothers, but
sense.
to get fed spiritually and psychologically as well. Because when I
Mhm.
see them continue on doing the things that they're doing, it motivates me out here in the free world as well. My thing is to let the world know that there are brothers that are incarcerated that are doing the right thing, that should have the opportunity to get out there and give back.
I appreciate you.
I feel that.
God
I
bless
feel
you, man.
that.
God first.
Seriously, this
One
guy,
big question
this
we
guy's
have
on
is
something good,
when
man. I
is the
support
right
his
time to
cause.
Release someone back into society. How can
Hope
we
nothing
evaluate when
but,
someone
you
is
know,
truly
happiness
changed and is
and
no longer a
good
threat to
fortune upon
safety?
him.
The U.S. Department of Justice ran a 24-state study and concluded that 82% of inmates
Most recent government studied. Oh wait, no, he's already reading
were
it.
arrested at least once more within 10 years of release. But why is this? Environment, job opportunities, socioeconomics. I mean, we are talking about millions of men that are oftentimes locked up during what is supposed to be the most productive and fruitful years of their life. And it's
I
a
feel
shame,
that.
but
I
have
feel
one
that,
idea
bro.
that might help. Most of these guys are released from prison without a dollar to their name, so many return to the same ways to make money that got them locked up in the first place. What if instead of these guys working for free, like they do in Texas, or 9 cents an
Yeah.
hour, like they do in Illinois, what if we paid them a little bit more, so that when a man who has served and worked for 10 years gets out, he has a nest egg in which he can rent an apartment, pay for transportation, and buy the necessities he needs to exist in the free world. Maybe
Okay.
I'm just a pot-smoking
I
hippie
feel
for
that.
saying this,
I feel
but if
that.
the goal is to truly rehabilitate these men and make society better, then let's put our money where our mouth is.
No, 100%. No, he just.
Two-man sales, man. These
That,
sales
that was
are
a.
so small. It's like a.
That was the truth right there, bro.
6x9
Put your money where your mouth is, government, bro. Please.
Yeah, you can't. It's a cash.
So, what else do you have to think about living in a cell with another person?
Everything you do, you have to think about everything. You have to think about how loud you get up. If you're on top bunk, you can't step on the bottom bunk, you might wake him up. You have to think about everything. You can't drop things. You know what I'm saying? You got everything. If you're respectful, you know what I'm saying?
What do you wish
Okay,
would change about the
I
justice
see that.
system?
I wish that they would really take an individual and look at the history that he has in his prison and the true change that he made.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of brothers in here that had committed crimes as kids and they're still in prison with too high sentences. And they've changed their lives. They done went to college. They done all type of things that get ignored.
Okay,
By
I see
show of
that.
hands, who would say they grew up in poverty? Show of hands. How many of you had your father in your life growing up as a kid? How many of you didn't?
I feel that.
Do you feel like that was a big reason why you chose the path you did? Was a lack of a father?
Of course, of course.
My father was
I
there.
feel like hold on. Let's not put it all down to that. Yes, it might have a play in the choices he made. Yeah, because he never had a father figure around. But at the same time, look, I never had my father figure around. He only come around when my mum died. Even then, he was like just bare, just like minimum chat, really. So not really have I actually spent too much time with my own father. And I feel like, yeah, I know sometimes I said I used to be in a gang and everything like that, but I've turned my life around. Like these guys here talking about turning their life around and getting their life back on track. It can have an effect not having your father around, but it's not the full 100%, if you get what I mean. That's all I was just trying to say.
More so the attention. You know what I mean? I lived in a household with my dad, but he didn't show me that fatherly attention that I expected from my father. That's why I lacked that.
How many of you think in some way prison was actually a blessing for your life?
I'm here trying to pay the law, bro.
Somebody called the doctor, because I'm sick of this. In my heart, it was blacker than some licorice.
Okay.
And just like cinnamon, it was hard to swallow. Yeah, my old lifestyle, it was hard to follow. But Christ came.
Hey.
My life changed. He renewed my mind, new mind frame, filled with the Spirit. That's how I maintain. Now I do everything in Jesus' name. But it took me getting locked up to find freedom. Met Christ and I realized I really need him. Because like the children of Israel, I was lost people. Now I'm playing the role of Moses because I'm trying to lead them. Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, that sounded alright, you know. Nice little simple beat. That would have
guys that are
been a
changing their
fire.
life around and have tough stories to hear. And I think this is important because we as a country have to talk about incarceration, injustice.
No, 100%.
It's important for the victim and their family to be taken care of, but also the perpetrator to be assigned a proper time. Thanks for joining me on this episode. We'll see you guys next week.
Nah, WVid, Tommy G, man. That was 100% a WVid. Bro, great work, man. Keep it up, Tommy G, bro. What a man.